Morning, Steve in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, it's still raining here in Chicago. After this rain, though, it looks like we're going to have a week of open weather, maybe some rain over the weekend, and temperatures turn colder. The USDA estimated that the corn harvest was about 38% done versus 59 average. And I think the farmers, number one, are focused on beans, and number two, are waiting for the corn to dry in the field. The weather forecast should help speed up harvest there. Yields are still being reported near expectations and USDA numbers. Crop was rated 66% good to excellent versus 65 last week and 74 last year. Soybean harvest 70% done versus 73 average, so they picked up the pace there. And yields are tapering off a little bit as the harvest progresses on the late planted beans. Winter wheat planting 75% done versus 80 average. Crop conditions remain very good for next year's U.S. winter wheat crop. The China imports for September of beans was 8.1 million tons versus 7.2 last year. OXEP is 93.5 million tons, a million tons better than the USDA's estimate. And it looks like for October and November, if you look at the soybean lineup, they'll probably import 14.2 million tons versus 13 last year. So the Chinese demand offers support underneath the soybean market. The weather-wise in South America, again, drier across northern Brazil, but the forecast suggests a change to better weather. BA province in Argentina looks like it's going to remain wet. And corn plantings are estimated down there about 28% done versus 35 last year. So we still have to kind of watch the South American weather before we can sell beans below key support. So again, technically speaking, soybeans kind of holding in there. We had a nice bounce yesterday in corn and wheat. Some people think it was short covering. As we get from an oversold situation, farmers continue to be slow sellers of corn. Might trickle in as the harvest progresses, but it sounds like most of them domestically have enough storage to store this year's crop. So guesses for the Brazil soybean crop: 109 million tons, USDA's 107. Argentina 55, USDA's 57. As far as the corn crops down there are concerned, guesses are around 88 million tons for Brazil. The USDA's at 95. That's pretty important to watch and see if it drops that much, if we pick up any export demand from that. And Argentina's 42 million tons and USDA is at 42. So again, a fairly quiet trade. We're near the lows as far as corn and wheat is concerned. We'll see if we trade sideways. And on the beans, maybe a little bit overbought and maybe due for a correction on the downside if South American weather improves. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.